In Module 1, first we studied it Cauchy-Riemann equation in Cartesian form and in polar form. Obtain a Cauchy-Riemann equation in Cartesian form or obtain a Cauchy-Riemann equation in polar form are definite derivation which you are going to get it in the V2 examination. So the statement of the Cauchy-Riemann theorem is nothing but if W is a complex function denoted as f of z, z is a complex number, W is a complex function, we denote it as u plus iv, where u and v are function of x and y, and z complex number, how it will be? X plus iy. So z is a complex number in the form of x plus iy. W is a complex function in the form of u plus iv. Okay. If partial derivative exists, then always dou u by dou x equal to dou v by dou v, ux equal to vy or vx equal to minus uy. Then this equation, if it satisfies this equation, then this equation is called as CR equation. How we are reaching it to this equation, we are going to discuss in the proof. If f of z is analytic function at a point z, analytic function means what? A derivative exists. The function should be continuous and the derivative should exist. So derivative, since it is analytic function, the derivative f dash of z exists and it should be unique. So what is the formula for the derivative f dash of z? Limit delta z tends to 0, f of z plus delta z minus f of z by delta s. So now in the Cartesian form, f of z is nothing but u plus iv, and in place of z we can take a small increment in x and y as delta x and delta y. Now f dash of z, if I am substituting it in this formula, see f of z plus delta z, what is the meaning? Everywhere z has taken a small increment. So f of z is here. So everywhere z has taken a small increment. It means in the right hand side, z consists of x and y. Here I showed z consists of x and y. Hence small increment should be done with respect to x and y. So that we have showed it in this. So u of x plus delta x comma y plus delta y plus I into v of x plus delta x comma y plus delta y. F of z is this. So u of small increment in x means x plus delta x comma y plus delta y plus I into v of x plus delta x comma y plus delta y we have written minus f of z. Minus f of z means this function I should write. So that itself is written. See, minus f of z divided by delta z. So limit x tends to 0. Here we can separate real part and imaginary part. Real part means without item. So u of this term minus u of this divided by delta z plus imaginary term I taken common, limit delta z tends to 0, v of this term minus v of x comma y. So separately real and imaginary term is written and limit is applied. Since here I have written small increment with respect to x and y, then limit also I should write in terms of small increment with respect to x and y. So delta z, how I can write it down? Z is equal to x plus iy means delta z is delta x plus I into delta y. So I need to verify it now one by one, step by step. When small increment is taken in place of x, what is the equation simplification is going to be? If small increment is taken in terms of y, what will be the simplification in the right hand side of the equation? So those two possibilities we are discussing it separately. So case 1, where we discussed it delta y is 0. What we discussed, this delta y is 0. So what you are going to get, delta z is equal to delta x. So when delta y is 0, delta z equal to delta x. So in the above derivation, limit delta z is tending to 0. So I should not write now delta z. What I should write? I should write in place of delta z as delta x tending to 0. So above equation will be limit delta x tend to 0, u of x plus delta x, delta y is 0. So only y will be left out, minus u of xy divided by delta x plus imaginary part, where delta y we are making it as 0. X plus delta x, y 0 should not write, minus v of x comma y. So this is nothing but a basic definition of partial derivative of dou u by dou x, and this is the basic definition of partial derivative of dou v by dou x. So that notation, partial derivative, this is by the definition of partial derivative of u with respect to x is written in this way. You can refer it. See here, derivative of function of z for one independent variable is written in this way. Function small increment is taken minus function itself divided by small increment. A function with small increment minus function divided by small increment. So here also it is happened like that itself. Observe that function, a small increment is taken with respect to x minus function by small increment. So with respect to x is done, hence it is of partial, two variable, independent variable are there, hence derivative, it is a definition of derivative of partial where u with respect to x. Similarly, this is the definition of partial derivative of v with respect to x. Now similarly, if I take delta x is 0, so delta z we get it as I into delta y. In this equation if I substitute, if delta x 0, I get delta z as I into delta y. So delta z wherever is there in the above equation, I should write I into delta y. So limit delta y tends to 0. Here when writing a limit, I presence will not make any difference. So they have neglected it of writing it. So since delta x is 0, u of only x you will get, y plus delta y. Here also delta x term is 0. So you won't get the increment in terms of x. Now here this I and I get cancelled. And here 1 by I is written as minus I. That simplification they have showed it here, and that simplified term they have written. Now this is nothing but again by the definition of a small increment of u is done with respect to y. So it is a definition of partial derivative of u with respect to y. It is small increment of v is done with respect to y. So small increment of v variable with respect to y minus v function divided by small increment y. So it is nothing but the definition of partial derivative of v with respect to y. So we get it a equation dou v by dou y minus dou u by dou y. Now we compare it this two equation 2 and 3. See, real part left hand side is same, f dash of z itself, correct? So when I equate real part, what I will get? Dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y. And when I equate imaginary part, dou v by dou x is equal to minus dou u by dou y. That itself is written in the next step. Equating RHS of 2 and 3, you get a real and imaginary part in this way, which is nothing but the CR equation in terms of x and y. In the same way, CR equation for Cartesian form, we are studying it. Cauchy's-Riemann equation in Cartesian form we studied. We are going to study it for polar form. Same as Cartesian form, f of z, here u of r comma theta plus I into v of r comma theta, where in terms of x and y, instead of x and y, here r and theta is there. So this is the Cauchy-Riemann equation in polar form. Only the difference is here, complex number in Cartesian form is expressed as x plus iy, but in polar form it is expressed as r into e to the power of I theta. So while finding the delta s, you will get a little bit different term which is described. First initial part is same as how we had done in Cartesian form. Okay, so delta z, there is a little bit change in the simplification. See, delta z, it is a product of two function r and e to the power of I theta. So e to the power of total derivative we need to apply. Z is equal to r into e to the power of I theta. A differentiation of z with respect to r is done into delta r, plus differentiation of z with respect to theta is done into delta theta. So that itself is we are written here. Z with respect to r into delta r plus z with respect to theta into delta theta. So what is z? They have written. So this z with respect to r means e to the power of I theta as it is, derivative of r with respect to r is 1 into delta r. Then here r as it is, derivative of e to the power of I theta with respect to theta is I into e to the power of I theta delta theta. So only the change in finding z, the derivative delta z in Cartesian is obtained directly, delta x plus I into delta y. But in polar we can't obtain it like that, because z is expressed in terms of polar in a product form. Okay, hence by using the total derivative formula we need to find out the delta z. And rest of the case it is same how we showed there, delta y 0, delta x is 0 as separate case. Here we are taking it as delta theta is 0 and delta r is 0.